this is, if I sat down with a family and I found $5,000 a year that they didn't know they had by reducing taxes every day, and I said, run and take this $5,000 for the next 30 years and I want you to go put it at the bank that's guaranteeing 10% interest. That money would grow to be about $500,000. And when they got ready to retire, they'd be able to draw about a $37,000 a year income off of that. But if they took that same $5,000 a year for the next 30 years, and I said, now go put it in your 401k, your tax-deferred account, that's also earning 10%. That same money, go ahead, 2 times, would grow to be about $904,000. And when they got ready to retire, they'd be able to draw about a $60,000 a year income off of that. But if I told them, take that same $5,000 for 30 years and also put it into a 10% yielding tax me never account, it grows to be the same 904 because they're all 10%. But because you're not taxed on the back end, you get to draw a $90,000 a year income off of that. I know it's a silly question, but if I found you $5,000 a year to put away and they were all earning 10%, which bucket are you dumping it into? Clearly, the one that you can get the most out of, right? Now the time for the catch. Just hold on for just a second, Belinda.
Sorry.
So here's the catch. Anybody in here ever been bowling before? Any good at it?
I've bowled, but I'm gonna say I know how.
Anybody any good at it? Okay, this will work out perfect. All right, imagine yourself bowling on a lane and you managed to hit a few strikes and you managed to get a few gutter balls. Probably sounds like all of our bowling games, right? All right, now imagine yourself bowling on a lane with bumper pads. Now, you're never, ever going to get a gutter ball because you've got those bumper pads. The catch is you can't have a strike. You're guaranteed to hit some pins, but you can't have a strike. That's the catch on this. See, when the market is up, like it was a few months ago, 20%, you can't have 20%. You get to participate in that. In fact, you'll be capped at 15%. That's the going rate at the moment. However, when the market is down, you guys remember how bad it was down in 2008? You won't get a gutter ball, you won't have any losses. In fact, you'll have a floor of 0.75%. Which, what are we earning at the bank?
0.04.
So you will score somewhere between here and here. Those are your bumper pads. But you can't really spend 0.75 or 15%, can you? You can spend dollars and cents though. So let me illustrate that for you so you see it in real dollars and cents. Okay, I need one volunteer. I already know who it's going to be. Come on, Donald Ray.
Oh.
I knew you'd volunteer. Thank you so much. I need you to stand right over here where you can still see the screen, but over here. Donna Ray, I'm in a really good mood, so the good news is I'm giving away money tonight. Should have volunteered. Just saying. $100,000, my friend, all for you. Congratulations. What you gonna say?
Thank you very much.
That's my granny say.
What
What you gonna say?
What do I have to do for it?
Okay, we're getting to that. Just hold on. So $100,000 to you. Here's the other good news. You get to pick out anyone else. I always need 2 volunteers, and I can never get one, so I always pick somebody else. Pick one more volunteer for me.
Yeah, I'm picky, but you already retired. I'm gonna go for the young fellow over here on the end.
Come on, young fella. What's his name, Josh?
Jacques.
Oh, Jacques. Come on up here, Jacques. Oh, you have a French name. Well.
Yeah, you're already at a risk. I don't want to miss you.
Jacques, here's the good news for you. You also get $100,000. Congratulations. What you gonna say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, here's the catch. One of you gets to invest your $100,000 in the stock market, getting all the gains and all the losses. The other one of you gets to invest your money in the index account with bumper pads, being limited on your gains, but not ever having any losses. Donald Ray, since you volunteered first so kindly of you, which account would you like to put your money in?
I'd rather go in the second.
The bumper pads indexed?
Yeah, I think so because.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We'll just see how you shake out. Jacques, by default, you're going into the market. The stock market, but you're young. It's okay. All right, this is what the S&P 500 really did. Can you both see that? Make sure you can see. Donald Ray, you're going to be the red line. Jacques, you're going to be the blue line. Jacques, you're in the S&P 500. Donald Ray, you are indexed against that same S&P 500. Here's what it really did. In the year 2000, it tanked 10%. Jacques, my friend, you're down to 89 grand. First year out of the gate. Sorry, my friend.
I remember.
In 2001, another 13% loss. In 2002, 23% loss. Remember what that was. That was the heels of 9/11. We were emotionally and financially devastated, and our market reflected it. So Jacques, you are down to $59,000. Whereas Donald Ray, look at his bottom bumper. There's the 0.75 there. He can't lose at all. In fact, he's gained a little bit. Now in 2003, the market was up 26%. That was a huge return in the year. Do you remember what happened that year? We went to war. War costs money, stimulates economy. Bada bing, bada boom, we get a good market. So, Jacques, you get all of that 26% because you have no limitations. Donald Ray, you're limited to 15% of that 26 because there's your top bumper. Everybody with me so far? 2004, 5, 6, and 7 were all up years. So you both won. Donald Ray, you were limited on those growth of all those years, of course, but you're sitting at 186. And Jacques, you are within $100 of your original 100,000 7 years later, my friend. You're sniffing it. You're really, really close. Who can tell me what happened in 2008?
That's when that, what is it?
The real estate bubble burst.
Yeah, that bubble.
The market tanked. Banks were failing. TARP money was being thrown at them, which I call trap money. It was a bad time. Our financial economy was almost in default, and our country has no clue how close we really were. I was a banker at that time. When Lehman Brothers failed, it was not pretty. We were all scared that it would be a domino effect. So the TARP money, as much as it was trap money, it was really necessary.
Yeah, that's what Bush did, right?
So in 2008, the market tanked 38.5%. Jacques, my friend, you were at $100 of your original 100,000. You're sitting at You're sitting at $61,000 pretty much overnight. October of 2008 is when that happened. Now, Donald Ray, you have your bottom bumper, so you can't lose. In 2009, we had another bounce back here, another 23%. Jacques, you get all of that. Donald Ray, you're limited to 15% of it. 2010, 11, 12, and 13 were all up years with the exception of 11, which was a flat year. So by the end of this 14-year period, Jacques, you end up with $125,000. That's a 25% return over 14 years. Here's where we learn about inflation. That's an average of what? About 2% a year? Who knows what inflation is? 3%. Jacques, that means that your money could not even keep up with the cost of goods. But you're up 25 grand. Your broker told you, hey, it's just a loss on paper. Just ride the wave. You're up. You're not at a loss. That's what they love to tell us, isn't it? However, look at Donald Ray's account. He's sitting at $303,000. They started at the same point with the same amount of money based on the same market. One directly in, one indexed against. One taking all the gains and all the losses, the other one limited on their gains, but no losses. And he ended up with $177,000 more. That's a 200% return. I ask you now, which lane would you rather bowl on? See, how many people do you think wish they had that in 2008? Here's the reality. Thank you guys. Can I get a hand for that?